Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel where today we're going to be taking a look at the past week in action for Milwaukee Brewers. And let's just say it was a very, very disappointing week for the crew as they dropped 5 out of 6 games, one of them being a 3-game sweep at the hand of the Atlanta Braves, which is a little more expected. But losing the series against the Nationals when both losses were very winnable games is very, very disappointing. But before we get to the National Series, let's go back and look at the series that went on between the Brewers and the Braves. Starting with Game 1 of the series, where the Brewers lost 10-7. Started out pretty decent for the Brewers, getting up to a decent lead with the Abraham Toro ground out that scored in a run and a Tyrone Taylor single that gave us a 2-0 Milwaukee lead. And then in the bottom of the second, the Braves tied it right back up with an Orlando Arcia single that scored in a run and a Ronald Acuna Jr. single that scored in 2 runs for the 3-2 Atlanta lead. And at the top of the fourth, Joe Weimer drove in 2 runs for a 4-3 Milwaukee lead. Then the bottom of the fourth and fifth happened, and that kind of caused the Brewers to fall behind with a Marcell Ozuna home run for the tie game up 4-4. Bottom of the fifth, Ozzie Albies singled in Acuna, and Matt Olson hit a sacrifice fly for a 6-4 Atlanta lead. Bottom of the seventh, Austin Riley hit a solo home run. Matt Olson hit a solo home run, and Ahmed Rosario scored in 2 runs off a single for a 10-4 Atlanta lead. Top of the eighth, Abraham Toro tried to get us back in the game with a 3-run home run for a 7-10 score, but that's where the game ended. Hitting wise for the crew, Yelich went 0 for 5, not a great game. Contreras went 2 for 5. Frelick 2 for 4 with 3 runs and a walk. Monasterio went 2 for 3 with 3 runs and a walk and a strikeout. Toro 3 for 4 with a home run and 4 RBIs. Taylor 1 for 4 with an RBI, and Weimer went 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Contreras got his 19th double of the season, Weimer his 16th, and Sal Frelick got his first double of the year. It was Abraham Toro's second home run of the season as well. Pitching, Adrian Hauser did not pitch well, went 4 innings, giving up 8 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Milner won a scoreless inning with 2 strikeouts. Bryce Wilson won an inning, giving up 4 earned runs with a strikeout. And J.C. Mejia actually pitched pretty well, going 2 scoreless innings, giving up 2 hits, and had 2 strikeouts as well. Then Game 2 of the series, Milwaukee lost 11-5. Started off absolutely terrible for the crew with an Ozzie Albies single to give a 1-0 Atlanta lead. Then Matt Olson singled for a 2-0 lead. Travis d'Arnaud hit a sacrifice fly. Then Marcell Ozuna had a double for a 4-0 Atlanta lead. Then Rosario hit a 2-run home run for a 6-0 Atlanta lead in the bottom of the first inning. We got 1 run back in the top of the fourth with a Sal Frelick sacrifice fly, but then Ronald Acuna hit a 2-run home run. Marcell Ozuna had a home run again, and then a 2-run home run in the bottom of the seventh for 11-1 Atlanta lead. We got some runs back in the top of the fifth with a Joey Weimer single and a William Contreras 3-run home run, but too little, too late, as it is an 11-5 loss for the crew. Hitting, Yelich went 1 for 3. Contreras 2 for 4 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Adames 1 for 4. Caratini 1 for 3. Terang 1 for 3. And Weimer went 1 for 4. Contreras got his 20th double of the year and his 11th home run of the season as well. Julio Teheran absolutely struggled against his former team, going 5 innings, giving up 11 hits, 9 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts. McGill went 2 innings, giving up 2 earned runs and 3 strikeouts, and Abner Uribe went an inning, giving up 2 hits and had 1 walk. So, not looking good for the crew. The closest we got to winning was on Sunday, but we weren't able to win the game at all. Started on top of the fourth when a wild pitch scored in Christian Yelich for a 1-0 Milwaukee lead. And Austin Riley hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the first for a 2-1 Atlanta lead. Then Yelich hit a solo shot, and so did Carlos Santana, newly acquired from the Pirates. So a 3-2 Milwaukee lead. And then bottom of the third, Matt Olson hit a 3-run home run for a 5-3 Atlanta lead. Top of the sixth inning, the Brewers able to tie the game back, take the lead back with a Christian Yelich ground out and a William Contreras double to put us up 6-5. Bottom of the sixth, Marcell Ozuna continues his torrid pace against the Brewers this series with another home run for a 6-6 tie game. And the bottom of the eighth inning, Matt Olson hit his second home run of the game for an 8-6 score, and that's the final score. This Braves team, no joke. These guys are incredible hitters. Let's just say that. Hitting for the crew, Yelich 1 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs. Contreras 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Santana went 1 for 4 with an RBI. Monasterio went 1 for 4. Terang 2 for 4 as well. Contreras got his 21st double of the year. Santana got his 13th home run of the season, first with Milwaukee. Yelich had his 16th home run of the season as well. Colin Ray was okay, especially considering the lineup he went against. Went 5 innings, giving up 5 hits, 5 earned runs, 8 strikeouts, which is pretty good for him. Hobie Miller went an inning, giving up 1 earned run off a solo shot. Elvis Peguero went a scoreless inning with a walk and a hit. And Joel Payamps actually got the loss today, giving up 1 inning, giving up 2 earned runs and 2 strikeouts. But this team is absolutely insane for the Atlanta Braves. There's a reason why they're one of the World Series favorites, and they put on full display that their offense is incredible. Because the Brewers actually was able to score a good amount of runs this series. It just wasn't enough to keep up with Atlanta. And then we went on a favorable stretch for the crew with the Nationals coming up. And then we lost game 1 when the Brewers blew a lead. Started off in the bottom of the second with a Joey Meneses solo shot for a 1-0 Washington lead. Then William Contreras doubled in Christian Yelich for a 1-1 game. Bottom of the fifth, Thomas Single scored in a run for a 2-1 Washington lead, and we tied it right back up in the top of the sixth with a Monasterio single that scored in South Frelick. Top of the seventh, we took the lead off of a Joey Wiemer solo shot. Then bottom of the seventh, where it kind of all fell apart with a Thomas single and a Meneses single that scored in a total of 3 runs. They got us to the final score of 5-3. Hitting for the crew, Yelich went 3 for 5 with a run. Contreras 2 for 4 with an RBI. Santana went 1 for 4. Adames went 2 for 4. Monasterio 1 for 4 with an RBI. And Wiemer went 1 for 4 with a home run. Yelich got his 25th double of the year. Contreras got his 22nd. It was Joey Wiemer's 13th home run of the year as well. Pitching for the Brewers, Burns actually pitched pretty well, going like 6 innings, giving up 4 hits, 2 earned runs, and 5 strikeouts. But Elvis Peguero really struggled in this game, going 2/3 of an inning, giving up 3 hits and 3 earned runs, which led to the loss. Hobie Miller went a third of an inning, got 1 out on 1 pitch, and then Bryce Wilson came in, went a scoreless inning with 1 strikeout, but the Brewers were not able to win the game. But we were able to take game 2 of the series, 6-4 against the Nationals. Started off with a Monasterio single that scored in Willy Adames. Then the Nationals took the lead in the bottom of the second with the Alou single and Abrams single that scored in a total of 3 runs for a 3-1 Washington lead. But then top of the fourth, Bryce Terang hit a single that scored in 2 runs. And then Joey Wiemer hit a single that also scored in 2 runs, so the Brewers took a 5-3 lead. Top of the seventh, William Contreras doubled in Bryce Terang for a 6-3 Milwaukee lead. And then Kyle grounded out in the bottom of the seventh for the final score of 6-4. Hitting for the crew, Yelich went 0 for 5. Contreras 1 for 4 with an RBI. Adames 1 for 3. Mark Cannon in his debut with the Brewers went 0 for 3 with a walk. Monasterio went 1 for 3 with an RBI. Terang 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. And Wiemer went 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Adames got his 17th double of the year, and Contreras got his 23rd double of the year. And Bryce Terang got his 12th steal of the year, and Freely got his 2nd outfield assist. Freddie Peralta went 3 solid innings, giving up 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 7 strikeouts. Abner Uribe went an inning with 1 earned run and 1 strikeout. Joel Payamps went a scoreless inning with a strikeout, and Devin Williams got his 27th save of the year and a strikeout as well. Then in Game 3 of the series, the Brewers dropped it 3-2 in an absolutely horrible way. I started off well with a Tyrone Taylor solo shot on top of the second for a 1-0 Milwaukee lead. Alou then singled to center to tie the game at 1-1. Top of the sixth, Christian Yelich doubled for a 2-1 Milwaukee lead. And then the bottom of the ninth. That was something. Base low situation, no out. There was a bloop single, an error that led to 2 men on base and a walk because the Nationals were like, Devin Williams has some really, really good changeup pitches that were low that most hitters swing against. They weren't biting, so a walk to load the bases, and then call ground into the field to short to third, and then Monasterio threw the ball away. And Contreras could not catch it to get the runner out at home, and that allowed 2 runners to score for the final score of 3-2. That was the second of 2 errors in the inning. Carlos Santana made an error that led to the first guy getting on base. Then there was a bloop single, a walk that was on some really good pitching by Williams that were not being bit on at all. So, yeah, not great for the Crew. Like, we should have won this game. We absolutely should have, but we had very, very bad luck in the bottom of the 9th inning. Hitting for the Crew, Yelich went 1 for 4 in the RBI. Taylor 1 for 2 with a home run. And then Turang went 1 for 2 as well, and Weaver went 1 for 3. Yelich got his 26th double of the year. It was Tyrone Taylor's 3rd home run of the season. And they had the errors. Santana got an error. Montero got an error. Both of those were in the bottom of the 9th. That cost the Brewers the game. Wade Miley got his first start back off of the IL. We sent Owen Miller down to AAA. Don't really know why we put Miller down there, but whatever. Wade Miley went 4 innings, he went 3 hits, 1 earned run, and 5 strikeouts. Hope Miller went 2/3 of the innings with 1 hit allowed. Bryce Wilson went 1 1/3 inning with 1 walk. Guerrero won a scoreless inning, and then Payamps won a scoreless inning with a strikeout. And Devin Williams got the loss in a blown save, even though it really wasn't his fault. He gave a 1 hit, 2 runs, none of them earned due to the errors, and 1 walk. That was a really, honestly, well-pitched sequence from what I saw. It's just that they were not biting at all. So the Brewers, we're still a half game behind the Reds, surprisingly, but the Cubs are coming up behind us. They're only 2.5 games behind the Crew and 3 games behind the Reds. And I believe we're still in the wild card, like one of the wild card positions, but I don't remember that or not. But we have to take up some of these games here. We got a 4-game series against the Pittsburgh Pirates coming up in Milwaukee, and then a 3-game set against Colorado. We need to win these series. We need to get our momentum back. We need to get going. And we have to. And then we got a 3-game set against Chicago, and then we got some two tough series against the Dodgers and Texas, all on the road. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hopefully the Crew can get back on pace, because we need to really bad. But that'll be for next week's discussion. And for now, I will see you guys very, very soon. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more. And I'll be back soon. Bye.